Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. It is Saturday, March 15th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I am live. It is week 11 of 2025, and in my neck of the woods it is currently 62 degrees with a high of 66 and a low of 58. Oh, I love that that low temperature is slowly creeping up. Woohoo! Welcome, welcome, welcome to my broadcast. I am here for the next 3 hours for coloring, companionship, chat, friendship, giggles, and laughs, pretty pictures, and of course the what, the how, and the why of adult coloring. In other words, you see what I'm doing. I demonstrate how I'm doing it, and then I explain the why. So that works out for everybody, and hopefully it makes for a great watching experience for you. Welcome to my YouTube peeps who come in and chat with me. That is always fun to have everybody in here. Welcome to my YouTube peeps who watch this broadcast after the fact, which I know a majority of you do. And welcome to my Facebook peeps who'll see this broadcast when I download it into my group, Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. All right. So today, our projects are our beautiful woman with the horse, and the project is I wanted to do a grayscale side by side with a line art. Now, the funny thing about this project is I was just going to do it with the skin so you can see the difference, but it kind of morphed, well, it did morph into a full comparison of the side by side. So that's fun. My next project that I'm going to be working on is from Disney Celebrations. And we are doing right now the Moana picture. Thank you to Sarah who donated this book to the group. Sarah, I hope that you are happy with the progress. I think it's coming along beautifully. All right. So let's get that off to the side. So let's see who's popped into the room. Maggie, happy Saturday, happy Saturday, happy Saturday, happy Saturday to one and all. Then there's Jonah and Sarah. I'll double check Facebook later on, Sarah, thank you. Miss Kitty. Oh, Kitty, you got your coloring book today. Dorothy. Hello, Grace. Hello, Thomas. Miss Janie. All right. So do me a favor, hit that like button if you are so inclined, even at the beginning here. Please share the broadcast while I'm live. That way other people can enjoy. And we will get going. All right. So, 3 questions today. Did you hit the like arrow? Second question. Does anybody except Dorothy have a birthday today? Or an anniversary? And the third question today is, how is your day going today? Win, lose, or draw? I'm going to say win for me because we had some very severe storms moving through. Oh, Jonah, win. Tell. And as far as I know, our community is is safe. Nothing drastic happening. Hello, Allie. So Jonah win, Kitty win. She got the puzzle book today. Coloring book, combo, coloring book, and word search. Sarah, you've done 3 pictures of the eggshell cutie. I got the gnome book. Cool. Sarah says win. You guess a win? Okay. Janie Wynn got my rabbit coloring book. Jonah says one of my friends wants me to teach her how to color. Cool. Invite her into the broadcast. Okay. Birthdays today. Dorothy. So Dorothy's having a birthday today. So if you will join me in wishing her happy birthday, you can put your little cake symbols up. Or anything else representing birthday, that's always fun. Okay, Dorothy, this is for you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dearest Dorothy. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Oh, Dorothy, I'm so glad you decided to stop by tonight. Thank you. And Dorothy, if you care to share how old you are today, have at it. If not, that's fine too.
The National Weather Service has issued a flood advisory. The National Weather Service has issued a flood advisory.
All right. Dorothy is 88 years old today. Dorothy, you rock. Maybe I should sing you what, Rock of Ages? Okay. Let me get my paper towel. So tonight I'm going to be working on the horse on the grayscale. And then I'll pop over to the line art. And we'll do the horse on that as well. Yes, Thomas, I can see you. So Dorothy says, I'm old in body, but still a kid in your mind. Excellent, excellent. I'm there with you, although I'm not 88. All right. Let's see. Okay. Now, I have a little bit of information to share with everybody. You can call it a news update. All right. So, last night, we had a new person come in. It was TK George. Her name is Tammy K. George. And she was telling us, no problem, Maggie. She was telling us that her dad was in the hospital. And we were able to pray over him. And to pray for the family. And she sent me a message today that I want to share with you. All right. So she says, hi, ILene. Thanks so much for praying over my dad, Carl. His name is Carl George, last night. Early this morning, we received the call that he had thrown a blood clot and had an inoperable brain hemorrhage. We said goodbye to him today. Your sweet prayer for him and singing Amen song brought me much solace today. I just want to reach out and say a big thank you. After a while, I hope to join the group again and learn. So I wanted to send along that message. I'm so glad that we got to pray over her dad. So that's the news on that. And the second message that I got from Mamie, who's been not feeling good at all. As you know, she's been out several days. She says she went to urgent care, no COVID. Head and chest cold. Have to pick up some medicine, will not be on the live tonight, just going to rest. Tammy messaged me and said you prayed for me, which of course we did. So she says thank you and everyone so much. Prayers answered, no COVID. I was concerned about that. Had a scratchy throat for a couple of days, felt stuffy and congested, a little difficulty of breathing, no appetite, and no energy. She says head and chest cold is not my first rodeo. I remember last year she was sick and they really knock her down. Just have to ride it out. Sending love to everyone and see you soon. And she said had started coughing more too. So I was glad to hear from her. Tammy, thank you for letting her know that we prayed for her. And guys, you know that I always encourage you when somebody is sick like this, don't hesitate to send them a message that you're thinking about them. So that's the update. Sarah says I went to urgent care today and she has a viral. Rest up, Tammy. Oh, excuse me. I misspoke. Rest up, Sarah. Okay. So let's continue with our horse. Well, Sarah, I've been wondering why you haven't been here. So, Sarah, at work we have a lot of people that are sick, which of course is where I'm sure you picked it up. And you've been sleeping. That's what your body's telling you. I need to sleep. Leave me alone. Okay. Dorothy, how's Randy doing? All right. So now, from last night, the area I'm going to cover is the areas that I had left white on the horse. Grace, you're back, thank you. Oh, Sarah, you'll get there. Now, like I said, you can leave this white on your horse and just go ahead and color the mane and the mane. But I'm going to go ahead, thank you, Grace. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to color our horse with this color. Let me zoom in. Take a look at that color. Now, a little trick that you can do if you're ever wondering about a color is to put the edge of your paper by the area that you want to color with that color. And do your swatch. Oh, Sarah, we've missed you. Everybody see how I'm doing that? Now, another little trick along these lines is if you're ever coloring something on a page and you forgot your pencil or left it or lost it or whatever the case may be, take your piece of paper and put it next to the color that you're trying to match. And use that little edge trick. See how I'm doing that? It's a really neat way to figure out your colors if you lost track of your pencils. Check it out. Everybody clear on how to do that? So there's a couple of tricks there for you. All right. So I've got my light brown that I want to, well, it's a peach color skin tone. Let's get coloring. Now remember, we need to back blend. So that means that we obliterate that edge between our previous color. All right, let's move down our face here. Now, we talk about how a good piece has layers with your pencil. And you can layer with one color. Now, you know not to come in gangbusters, right? And I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to blend our colors on the horse with my light color that I just put in. And let's get focused again here. Come on, come to mama. So Sarah, are you feeling good enough now that you can come in more on a regular basis? Blending, 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 rawhide. All right, check out how this color now is really adding to the rest of the piece. Now, there's a difference between blending this part and blending this part. This part here is darker, obviously, and that's part of the marking of the horse. This part over here is the shading of the horse. There's a difference. Oh, there you go. I just sent. Hold on, let me look at something. You just sent Mamie a message and told her how much I miss her and hope she gets better soon. Thomas, how did you send the message? I think that's great that you did that. Oh, that's perfect, through email. All right. I'm sure she'll appreciate that. Okay, now. I'm going to leave this white area on the head open. Now, whatever shape you want to leave is up to you. Play with it and have fun. Just make sure that you make that edge not too straight because you want it to look natural. All right, let's move down to the snout. Take your time. Who's coloring this with me tonight? And if you're not coloring this project with me, what are you coloring? Miss Janie is. Jonah, you're coloring it with me? Sarah, you're coloring the cowgirl and cowboy eggshell cuties. Cool. Kitty, you're coloring out of your combo word search and coloring book. Cool. Okay, now I'm going to pop over to the side here. Oh, you have the baby eggshell cuties Jubilee, and you made it a boy for your son Logan. Grace, what did you see? Okay, then we're going to... Oh, you mean that it started? That's why I haven't posted. It's a surprise. Ooh, cool. All right. Actually, Thomas, I thought I did quite well getting links for everybody. All right. Dorothy, you still hanging with us tonight? All right, Sarah, thank you. Now again, be sure to blend your edges. Now I'm in the lower right hand corner. All right, Grace, thank you. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. All right, isn't that beautiful? Let me pull out. Now, let's work on the mane. But before I do the mane, I'm going to go ahead and do my green and brown around my flowers in the lower right hand corner. And actually I'm going to leave the green out of it because we've been doing brown. La da 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 dum. Da 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 dum. All right. Let me get my darker ground blonde. Blah, 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 blah. Let me get my darker brown. So Grace, do you get a number of people that sing that song to you based on your name? Now, so yes, sometimes. Oh my. All right, let me pop up near the. Oh, Allie's singing with me. Maggie, is she singing Amazing Grace? All right. Now notice here that we've got the brown intermittent. Oh, you're entertaining her via FaceTime while the others watch a movie. So Maggie, is she playing Amazing Grace? Or singing Amazing Grace? That's pretty cool. Okay, Thomas, no problem. All right, Allie, we can sing another round. Are you ready? I'm going to sing it one more time for you. Amazing grace, how sweet. Oh, wait, let's do it this way. Hold on, I'm going to do something a little different. Amazing Ellie, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, oh, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Okay, Ellie. Alley-oop. Oh, you had a trio going. Maggie, who was the third person? Allie, you, and who else? All right, alley-oop. Oh, me. I gotcha. Duh. Oh, Grace, thank you. I thought that they meant that they had a third person on their end. Hey, just because I can't walk and chew gum at the same time, what can I say? All right, now check out this brown here. We've got a lighter brown. Isn't that brown beautiful? Now, when you're doing flowers, consider, hi Larry, by the way, consider doing the brown and gold leaves around it. It's a beautiful color combination. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ was born. All right, we're getting silly. All right, so now we've got 2 shades of brown here on these flowers. And oh, see, Grace, I wasn't crazy. Larry's in there. So we had 4 people doing this. All right, check out the shades of the gold and the brown. All right, let's take a look at this now. Isn't that beautiful? Any questions so far? Questions and comments, questions and comments. All right, you guys, careful, you're getting me wound up. Okay. Now, let's start up on the mane of the horse. That'll bring everything together. I'm going to do the hair in black. The mane in black. Okay. I really like how this is coming together. So get your pencil out for our black mane. All right, Thomas, you were singing with us. See, we'll have everybody in the group singing. So we need to get what? Our indigo blue, our black, oh, let's see where my blue is. So guys, I didn't ask you earlier, but how is your weather? Okay, Maggie. It was extremely windy here in Tennessee last night. Okay, get your indigo blue, which is basically a dark blue. Okay, Maggie. And let's play around here with our main. Jonah, it rained off and on in southeast Arkansas. Maggie, extremely windy all day and 81. Okay. I just really hope there isn't cold weather following this. Hannah Lynn says she thinks it's down south and she was preparing for bad storms. Grace, cool with storms tomorrow. What is the forecast for tomorrow?
It doesn't look so nice tomorrow. Down to 34 degrees with thunderstorms.
Okay, so it doesn't look so nice tomorrow, down to 34 degrees with thunderstorms. Let's see here. Today, 61.54. Sunday, 61.34. Monday, 55.30. See, now that's really weird. Tuesday, 73.36. Oh, look at that. Look at Friday, 57.28. Yep, it's going to dip. Sarah, for your area, it's going to be in the 60s and 70s. Okay. Well, that's unfortunately in this time of year when we get warm weather like this, it's usually followed by a cold front. All right, indigo blue or dark blue. I'm in basically central Tennessee. I'm about an hour east of Nashville. How far from Dollywood? I haven't a clue. That's a Google question. Can somebody Google that question? How far is Cookeville, Tennessee from Dollywood? All right, now notice I'm doing my dark indigo blue here, but I'm only going part way down. Let me get closer. How far is Cookeville, Tennessee from Dollywood?
Cookeville is about 137 miles from Dollywood by car.
Okay, about 137. Oh, Dorothy, no problem. Janie, 135.6. Yeah, that's what this says, 137. All right, now notice I'm not bringing that blue all the way down. In some of our areas because I'm going to be putting Payne's Gray in there. So what, about an hour and a half drive? A little more over an hour and a half. And no, I've never been to Dollywood. Okay, check out how we're putting this blue. In with this mane. Yeah, tornado watch is in effect for me from the Weather Channel. Sarah, you went to Dollywood for your birthday? Did you have fun? Papillon, I am 45 minutes east of Nashville, Tennessee. Okay, let's pull out, take a look at this. Oh, you do want to go back to Dollywood. Janie says we're under a tornado watch at the moment. Okay, black. Yeah, Janie says in Cookeville. Right now, the National Weather Service is giving me warnings about flooding. Okay, check out the black on top of the blue. Well, thank you, Janie. I prayed protection over my home and the Cookeville area. So, yeah. Alrighty. Now, take your time with your mane. Okay, back to the top. Payne's Gray. So, Janie, last May, we had an F2 tornado over our house. Your first tornado, and I saw it. Now, don't go pounding your Payne's Gray into the paper. Maggie, do you guys get many tornadoes in Texas? All right, let's continue with our Payne's Gray. Oh, your dog didn't want to go into the bathroom during the tornado, but we got him to go in. Good thing. Check out how beautiful this mane is looking. My husband said he heard it and that it sounded like a freight train. That's what a lot of people say. All right. Isn't that beautiful? Take your time. Make it pretty. All right, let me pull out. Still working with my Payne's Gray here. Now this area where I put that little bit of blue up in the part way that I forgot to cover over with black. And again, take your time. All right. Now let's play around with the center section that's got this big white area. And remember, this is where I tell you, use your artistic mojo and change up your area in a way that it naturally flows. Okay. Now let's pop over to the left. We'll start with our blue. And we'll get a little bit of black here as the base color. I just had an area here of the fur that I missed, the horsehair. Janie, I don't understand. You said I'm still trying to find mine. What? Find what? Okay, Thomas. Now, here comes our black. Oh, your mojo. All right, Payne's Gray. You remember, guys, when you're typing out sentences, please type in the first subject and what's going on, because of the little bit of lapse that's in with the broadcasting. Plus, I'm talking to a bunch of people. All right, Payne's Gray. All right. Now, down the left side of the horse, we're going to bring our black fur, doggone it, our black hair down the neck. And then we'll come back with our black on that. Now, you know that I always tell you to sweat the details, right? Well, that's going to be especially important on our horse that we're doing. And let's bring in the Payne's Gray. Now, I want you to notice that I'm going to come back with my black. No, I'm going to come back with my Payne's Gray, and I'm going to add horsehair in between the streaks that we already have. And look how pretty that's turning out. And then I'm going to use the Payne's Gray on the parts of the mare, or the parts of the horse, that are floating up a little bit. And also notice that I'm taking part of that hair and I'm letting it intersect with our young lady. See how I'm letting that tangle together? And I'm going to come back with my black and I'm going to tangle that a little bit more. Look how cool that's looking. Any questions? So again, I've extended the mane down the back of the horse. And I'm also going to come in with the Payne's Gray now. And bring that shading and shadowing in so that it doesn't look stringy. Now, if you need to, come back with your black and color in the bottom of the mane that's coming directly out of the horse a little bit darker than the top. Isn't that cool? All right, let's take a look at this. Now be sure on this left-hand side here to leave a little bit of area open in her hair that goes to the sky. You don't really want that a tangled mess. Alrighty. Now, let's go up to the top here. I'm using my black. Don't hesitate to add your little hair, your mane. Remember, it's windy, and that's why all this hair is flying around, both from the horse and the young lady. Moving up to the top. Let's see here. And let's go to the right. Now again, I'm using my black. Now, be sure that you run some of the horse mane in front of the ear. That'll give you a more realistic look. Okay. Janie, your husband said that he likes grayscale over line art. My Linda, so glad to see you. Thumb number 13. Okay. Now I'm going to come in with another gray. So remember, when we're doing these, we have a light, medium, and dark of whatever we're using. So in this case, my dark is my black, right? My medium is my Payne's gray. And my light is another gray that's a little bit lighter than my Payne's gray. My Linda, how is the world treating you today? And notice how I'm going over these areas now that I left the lightest before. And we're going to coax that in as well. Now, I'm going to leave a little white patch over the eye. My Linda, you had a good day today. You worked backing up some of your videos today. Oh, which videos are you talking about? You're talking about from your YouTube broadcast, right? Okay, Thomas, welcome back. Yeah, the mixture of YouTube and family videos. Yep. By the way, one of you told me that their husband has a birthday today. Who told me that? And boy, is this beautiful. Now, I'm going to take my black and then that lightest gray that I just put in, here comes the artistic mojo. And then I'm going to come in with my Payne's Gray on this area that I didn't do earlier. Guys, who told me their husband was having a birthday today? One of you did. Who was it? And then I'm going to come in with my black. Isn't that beautiful? Questions, comments? Now, I think what I'm going to do, again, my printer only prints so far which drives me crazy. And I'm going to go ahead and extend that edge. And then I'm going to bring in my lightest gray. And then my black again, because we want a really good mix. And then our Payne's gray. All right. And then you can take your black and add a little bit of wind curve into this. And what that means is we'll put a little curve in there. To have it look natural. Any questions? In other words, you want this to have a really good sweep. All right. Now, I still have the bridle to do. And then our background. And then we can call this done. And then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll work on the line art. And I think this will be a really big eye opener for you. Next project. Disney Celebrations. Let me grab some water. We'll start in on this. Jonah, good night. All right, give me a second while I put my sweater on. Okay, whoop. Hold on, the arm of my sweater isn't cooperating. There we go. Any questions about what I've done so far on this? Maggie has gone ahead and put the Disney Celebrations link up. And away we go. All right. So last night I was working on the water underneath. And I'm going to take a little bit of odorless mineral spirits. You can pick it up at your hardware store. Now, just because it's odorless does not mean that you're not getting chemical fumes into your room or wherever you're coloring. It just means that you're not smelling it. So be sure that you work in a well-ventilated area. Now, depending on the pencil, if your mineral spirits pull off too much of your color, which it looks like this is going to do, yep, we're not going to use that. That's why you've got to test a little bit of it. So scratch that plan, and when that dries, I'll go ahead and recolor that area. This is why before you use a chemical, you should always test it. Okay, so my main colors that I'm using are my turquoise, my green, and a blue. And you want to make sure that you're nice and smooth with whatever pencils you're using, brand. Now, again, because of the way that this is drawn, we have to deal with the individual lines of the water where a different color is indicated. In other words, we just can't blend it. Dorothy, good night. Again, happy birthday. Please tell Randy that I said hello. Oh my gosh, Dorothy, you're welcome. I know that some of you, of course, scoot when I start the Disney celebrations because it's not your cup of tea, and that's fine. Now, the main thing that you want is that you need to make sure. I love it. Good night, birthday girl. 88 years old. Wow. Now, check out how I'm smoothing out this water. Blending, 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 rawhide. Isn't that water beautiful? Thomas, how did you figure that out? Thomas, how did you figure out that Dorothy was almost 100 years old? Look how beautiful this water's looking. Okay, now let's go back and we're going to start adding our shading to our water. Well, Thomas, she'd be 12 years away from being 100. Now, check out all the shading here that we have in our water here. So I'm going to come back with our Payne's Gray. I really need to buy stock in that pencil company. I love my Payne's Gray. That's right, 88 plus 2 is 90. And 90 plus 10 is 100. So 10 plus 2 is 12. 12 years. Okay. So let's go down to our area right here to the left of the turtle. And I'm going to start to add my shading with my Payne's Gray. See it? And it's a nice little add-on to this color. Sarah, what do you mean? Oh, Thomas was saying you'll never guess what movie I've never seen. Okay. Now, if your gray isn't dark enough on all that greenish blue, you can go ahead and use black. But you need to be very circumspect with it. And check out now how we're using our black in a semi-random pattern. Except for the areas that are directly underneath our little wave crest here. Hello, Carly. Okay. Now, when I bring the black down into the picture, notice how I follow the wave lines. And that'll give you a more realistic look to this. Let me pull out. Look how cool that's looking already. Guys, don't be afraid to layer your colors. Carly, please turn off your caps. Now, I'm going to come back with my dark blue next to my gray. And we'll blend in that combination. Sarah, your last two pictures, the background is with eyeshadow. Excellent. When you post your pictures, be sure to mention that fact. Okay, let's get a little bit of our Payne's gray here underneath. And then I'm going to come in with my dark blue and we'll finish out the shading underneath the water. Or I should say underneath the wave. Eyeshadow is a wonderful medium for background. All right. Okay, Thomas, right back at you. I'll never guess whose live stream you went into last night. I'm either going to guess Luba. Oh, Sarah, good. Okay, look how cool this area underneath the wave is looking because we're starting to shade and shadow it. Excuse me. Guys, anytime that you have a success with a technique, it's really cool to talk about that in your post. Okay. Now, we have a few little, gosh, what do I want to call them? Ridges on the bottom and the lower right. Oh, Sarah, you were inspired by the cute eggshell kids. Yes. You were in Lori live stream last night. I think Kitty was there, and Lori is fine, and so is Judy. Yeah, Lori's been working on her own YouTube channel. And Kitty says that she loves her combo word search and coloring book. Kitty, what picture are you working on? All right, I want you to notice. Oh, you're doing the mice word search. Oh, yeah. Maggie would love that one. Sarah, you said the bad weather is starting. Pray for you. Sarah, pray over your home for protection. And pray over your community. All right, check out how we're getting all these little ridges now. And it's making that look really cool. Oh, Maggie, of course you did that one. And now I'm going to come in with some darker blue. And underneath the areas that I just did in Payne's Gray, those are the two colors I'm going to work together. Okay, finger blend. Let me pull out. Now, I need to darken the area around my turtles a little bit. So I'm going to start with my baby turtle. And let me get this focused for you. Come on. The weather has stopped? Good. And look how that shading makes that turtle look pretty cool. And then I'm going to do the same thing around my larger turtle. And we're just going to get that area of darker water. Check it out. All right, let's continue with the dark. It is extremely windy here in Tennessee. Now, guys, don't be shy about using your Payne's Gray effectively here. And if your Payne's Gray isn't cutting it, come in with your black. Any questions on that? All right. Now let's come to the left. And I'm very lightly now going to blend in that darker stream. And let me finger blend that. Now my turtle, I want that to look a little more natural. So I'm going to blend in that edging that I put around him. All right. Good night, Carly. Okay, let me pull out. It's getting close to that time. Check it out. You can tell me what you think as we look at the side to side. Okay, guys, this is ILene Vick for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. Guys, joyous, joyous coloring. We've got two neat projects that we're working on. Our Disney book, Disney Celebrations coloring book, and our romance cover, actually romance novel cover, Jubilee. And I think that we got a really good do on the horse. Okay, so please hit that like button. We're only up to 16. You know I like to get at least 20. Please share this broadcast. And then we'll be in good shape. Okay, guys, take care. Oh, that wind is really kicking up. Love you guys. I hope that you learned something. And I hope you had fun. I'll go ahead and zero in on our horse. Let's see if I can get a good portion of him. Okay, guys, till tomorrow night then. Bye.